Hey guys, what's up? FurDaddy here. Today I thought I would make a quick video for you guys. What I'm basically going to do in this video is I'm going to go over exactly what I'm going to do on patch. I went over some prep stuff people can do generally speaking, and if you followed that guide this should be really easy, but if not, you should still be able to follow this, and there's definitely still time to do all of these things. I'm going to go over some specific stuff in this video, like the melds that I have on my crafter, the plans that I have for launch, and how much money you can expect to make. I know there's a lot of people who have been introduced to crafting from my videos, so I thought I would do my due diligence and let you guys know how things sort of work around patch time. I would really hate to see this influx of new crafters that my channel has helped create come in and flood the market board and with tactics like undercutting and whatnot to to reduce the profits that everybody can make. So I thought I would sort of go over the stuff that I plan to do, the melds and how I hope to achieve it, as well as some market board etiquette. And finally, I'm going to answer some questions that I asked people to ask in my Discord server, just like some general questions about this stuff as well. So if you're curious and you've leveled your crafters, maybe you're sitting on safety melded gear, maybe you're just sitting on script gear and you're wondering where you can go, this video would be really useful for you. And this is how I intend to make hundreds of millions of gil in the next week. So stay tuned. Okay, yeah, so the first thing I'm going to do is go over my inventory. It's a lot better than my last prep video. I'm just going to go over sort of what my thought process is behind this stuff and why I have it prepped, as well as my crafting sets that I have as well. So what I have here, the first items you may notice are these are all the legendary nodes, and these are folklore nodes that you get from buying the things from the folklore vendor. I'm not going to go over specifics on how to do all this stuff, but I have linked my video in the description, which does go over all that stuff. It's just this video is going to be long enough as it is answering questions, so if you're unsure on how to get folklore nodes or how to meld for them, that is in that video as well. So this is going to focus more on the crafting aspect of it. I'm going to assume that you guys know how to get these gathering things, but again, if not, it's in the description. So I have a healthy number of these. I plan to make just only things for a few different jobs, but I have stuff for every item anyways, just anticipating the price going up, and I don't really know what I'm going to have to make. So I have a bunch of these. I kind of know that these will be used for alchemy and culinarian. Weaver, carpenter, blacksmith, goldsmith, armor, that sort of stuff here. And then I have some, I'm sort of like gathering these 40 durability mats, like the logs and the cotton bolls while I'm getting these. I'm just grabbing like random stuff at this point in time, but you can grab whatever you want really, as far as those are concerned. And then I have aether sand. My goal for Tuesday is to have about 200 of these. And then I have my food. I have 150 cunning craftsman's droughts and 150 saito vunus. I'm also holding on to my dendro clusters, anticipating the increase in materia 9s. And also I'm going to use these myself for pentamelding, even though this isn't really enough here. The other side of my inventory is just sort of, these are not, I'm not using these at all. These are just from my gathering that I'm doing right now. And then the rest of my inventory, these, I plan on building this up by quicksynthing. So if you don't already know, you can quicksynth level 89 crafts to build your spirit bond up pretty quickly with your gear. And then what you can do is extract the materia. So I'm just sort of slowly doing that. Sometimes I'm making script stuff to get the materia for it. Just in case I need to change any of my melds going forward. I believe these melds are safe, but at the end of the day, if you don't, the reason why I've melded all my gear completely is because I want to be able to log on and craft stuff and put the first items on the market board. And I'll get into exactly why that's important in a little bit here. But yeah, so these are my melds. I'm going to post a link to in the description of my exact melds, but my stats before any food are 3349 and 3535. It's a little bit different than the balances melds, just because I believe that control, just the way the crafting rotation works right now, you have to get your 10 stacks of inner release, and that's going to be important for every craft. So to get your bang for your buck for the crafting or the quality aspect of it, this meld set is so I hopefully don't have to buy any of the high quality materials for tomestones. So I didn't include this part in the video, I forgot to until now, but I just want to put this footage here of where you go to get your specialist Souls of the Crafter. These give you a bonus to your stats if you're unaware of that, and will be really useful if you don't have your melds completely done, or just to push you over the edge to make crafting a little easier. So I'm just putting that footage here now. you can go there, get your Souls of the Crafter. You can have 3, and you can change them 3 times a week as well. So you'll be able to change them once you're done making the stuff for a certain job if you want to do that too. So yeah, the recipes that we'll be making on Tuesday are going to consist of these items here, as well as maybe items like Chondrite or Arcean Bowls or Integral Logs, and then Tomestone items that you're going to buy from Razat Han right here. Yeah, so just in this general area, right here at the script exchange is where I'm going to log out. I'm planning to log in here with my capped tomes and just buy the crafter's materials here. It'll be level 90 materials for white scripts is what it'll be. This stuff isn't, so it'll be like a whole category like this. So yeah, we'll have items like these here, like Slither Sand or not these, but you know, Sublime Solutions and whatnot that we'll be able to buy. They will range in price from 30 to 50 aphorism tomes, so keep that calculated in your math. So I'm obviously going to be capped on aphorism tomes. I have some people in my FC that are going to be capped on their aphorism tomes, as well as I do suggest you complete your Wondrous Tales for the week, because these 500 poetics are going to change into being 500 aphorisms, and then these will change to be the capped tomestones right here. So I suggest that you do your Wondrous Tales and have them ready to turn in, and then you can obviously pick up a new one, because the big bottleneck on your crafts is going to be aphorism tomes, and these materials that you buy for this are going to be really expensive on the market board, so be ready. Basically, my plan is for patch day is to log on pretty early, craft as much stuff as I can with the tomes that my FC has, with my Wondrous Tales, and with my own tome supply, put them on the market board, and yeah. So I just kind of want to talk about now the price point that you can sort of expect to be at with this stuff. So judging by the market board data from Shadowbringers, these items typically go from on the first few hours of the patch, they start off at anywhere from 15 to 20 mil if you're wondering where to price your items at. And then by noon, they typically go down. But we really shouldn't be trying to have that happen. As crafters ourselves, our highest priority should be keeping the price as high as it can be for like as long as possible. So what that means is, you know, if you see like really high prices, don't be a hero and go in and put them up for like really cheap or anything like that. Put them as the same price, even if it's like, don't even bother undercutting, even if it's by 1 gil. We can just keep those prices, know that people will be coming in to buy that stuff, and that's something that's really important so we can all stand to make some money, right? Or else the price is just going to go down super fast because there is a whole bunch of new crafters. There are new players as well, which compensates for that, but at the end of the day, yeah. So people will be buying this stuff. So I suggest pricing your things from the ballpark of 10 to 20 mil if you're logging on right at launch. And if you see really low prices right away, it's okay to have your prices listed a little bit above that, like 20% above or something like that, because people will be coming in and buying them really, really quickly. So they will eventually get to your stuff. We will be the choke point for supply. Crafters will be making these items less quickly than people can buy them. That's how the system is designed to operate, right? It is really difficult to craft these items, so that's the thing. Speaking of difficulty to craft items, in my Discord, I will be like in voice probably, but working on these crafts during patch day. So the Discord link is in the description. I'll also be streaming a little bit after that, but I will, in complete honesty, I'll probably put out my macros at around noon, just because I want to have macros that are as accessible as possible. And, you know, I don't want to get undercut right away or anything like that. So these here will make it so these will be easy to craft, and you'll be able to join my Discord to get very early macros as well if you are interested in that. So those are that's sort of like my plans for what I plan to do on patch day. And now I'm just going to go over some questions that I got from the Discord, which can hopefully help sort of just give some context in what we can expect. So the first question is if it is more profitable to gather and make basic crafting items or to craft actual weapons and armor. So definitely right away, it's going to be more profitable to craft the weapons and the armor. Definitely tank and healer armor will be really expensive, but all of the stuff will be expensive. And what will happen is as the crafters who have prepared their items in advance, as their supply begins to go down of their prepped materials and their aphorism tomes, what will begin to happen and what contributes to the decline in price is the crafting materials will then begin to rise, and the intermediary materials will begin to rise until they reach an equilibrium with the actual like crafted gear, and that's what usually happens. So there'll still be a wide margin, but if that makes sense. So for example, let's say there's like an ingot, right? Let's say it's just like 5 ingots to make something, and the 5 ingots at launch might cost a little bit less, but as time goes on, they will reach an equilibrium with the price of the item. So the price of the weapon and armor will go down, and then the price of the ingot will go up to match that, and that's what we'll see a lot of. And those will sort of exchange value with each other, and that margin will grow and shrink as the weeks go on until eventually there is like not a negligible profit, but a profit of like 200, 300k instead of millions of gil. Another question I got a lot of is like, what should I focus on doing if I can't hit pentameld or can't hit my gatherers by patch day? And there's a few things that you can do. So you can also buy up treasure maps. Those are really useful. The Kumbira skin maps will be able to be open to spawn portals on those days. So I anticipate the price of those going up. Yeah. So food and materials are also always in demand. So just general food and materials. If you can't get all your crafters up, it won't hurt to gather. Stone hard water and potent spice are already increasing in price, and they don't even have a use until Tuesday. So you'll be able to sell those off if you can't get the perception required and you just want to make some money. So those are all different ways you can make money. A few people asked about specific markets to target and whether or not that's a good idea. It absolutely is. It's a good idea to target a certain market. Maybe make the gear for the job that you're most comfortable with, so you can use it and then put that on the market board as well. Stuff like maiming, fending, healing are going to have wider sales, are going to sell faster than the individual weapons. But of course, in meta weapons will sell as well, so for reapers and warriors and whatnot as well. So that's also a good thing to do. Another person has asked as an Omnicrafter what they should focus on. So what I would focus on is first getting pentamelded. If you plan on crafting week 1, it's really important. You don't have to do your tools right away. You can do your tools on patch day if you're not going to craft like literally right when you log on. But it is important to get pentamelded, and again, those melds are in the description. Another question is what ingredients we can expect for the raid food. So there will be ingredients that are sold with tomes. There will also be ingredients that are from the legendary nodes. They work in essence like every other recipe, except you'll see more stuff like alien onions maybe, or the Thavnarian perilla oil or something like that. You'll see some regular items mixed in it. Some people have asked for pre-melds before you can commit to over-melding, and there really isn't a safety meld that doesn't require some level of pentamelding. I've linked the balances guide to melding in the description, and there is a safe one there that I think is pretty good to follow. And I'll be roughly basing mine off of that in the future. So those were most of the questions that I got. Some people have asked other more specific things, like if it's necessary to meld for CP or just craftsmanship and control. All 3 are important. Again, my melds are in the description, so you can see that. Control is the most useful because it's used to make high quality items. And then CP is also very useful because it is the abilities you can use theoretically. Like it increases the max amount. Yeah, so those are some good questions. So thanks everybody who asked those. The other thing that somebody asked is, will I die if I don't prepare Tomestones of Aphorism for patch day? And Eli in our Discord has answered on behalf of me, which I completely agree with. They have said, yes, the crafting police have taken a hit out on you already. It is too late. You can neither run nor hide. Your fate is sealed. I hope your will is written for your heritage sake, if not for your own. And I honestly couldn't have put it better myself. So the last thing I want to touch on really quickly is just when this gear is going to become obsolete. I know a lot of people are hesitant to pentameld, especially the accessories, because they're worried. And I see a lot of people thinking that because we get new gear for the combat classes in 6.05 that we'll get new crafters gear. That's not true. So the time that we'll get the next left side gear which refers to the like hat and body and gloves and legs and boots, is 6.1. And then the accessories, we'll be replacing those all the way in 6.3. So I know the accessory pentamelds are really brutal and might cost you some gil, but it is worth it if you're planning on spending time in this expansion crafting, because you won't have to replace it for 2 patch cycles, and it's going to be really good. If they release a new glam, you'll be able to make it. If they release new gear, you'll be able to make it, so it's definitely worth it if you guys are planning on following this channel and crafting. Yeah, so that's the questions that people have asked. If I missed any, you can join my Discord and ask me, and I will definitely respond. Just tag me in there. And I hope you guys are looking forward to Tuesday. So yeah, I know the last couple of videos I've made have been pretty high skill ceiling, and I usually don't like making those videos. But if you have been following my channel for a while and you have been learning along with me, hopefully this video was easy enough to digest and helped give you guys some context for making Gil. I will be making a video after Tuesday, and I will be doing a map stream as well, treasure maps. I'm really excited for those. So yeah, make sure you join the Discord for all that information. We've almost hit 1,500 members, and there are some real hustlers who sort of even intimidate me with how good they are at crafting and how much they do. So there's great resources in there as well. And I'll see you guys soon. If you guys have any more suggestions for videos, this video was a suggestion and was influenced by the Discord. So if you have any more ideas like that, just let me know, and I will be sure to make those. All right, see you guys later. Thanks for watching.